Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today. Into the Houston Rockets lose the Milwaukee Bucks 100-101. Yeah, tough loss, really tough loss, and this one ends in a Damian Lillard game-winning shot, a game-winning layup. But you know what? Lillard was great in this game. Giannis was pretty good himself as well. I mean, not as good as Lillard was, or at the end of this game. Brook Lopez was fantastic for Milwaukee. Milwaukee did a very solid job to win this basketball game. Giannis had a double-double. Giannis was very solid defensively with 3 blocks. Giannis was very inefficient offensively, just with the 8 turnovers. But Brook Lopez was amazing with the double-double. Lillard had a double-double as well. So those 3 guys all played some good basketball to, all 3 have double-doubles and help the Bucks get a win. I'm not too upset about the Rockets losing this one, to be honest. I mean, also not really surprised that the Rockets lost this game. Look, I know the Bucks, going into this game, the record doesn't look great, for sure. The record doesn't look smooth. They're 4-9. But I think any time you go up against a team that has Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard on their team, no matter what the record is, it's still a losable game. And especially when you're on the second night of a back-to-back. Last night, look, I think it helped this Rockets team a little bit that it was a blowout. Rockets won by 36 and were able to get some of their guys rest. Their starters didn't have to give a bunch of minutes, but they still put in a lot of effort in last night's win. Then you got to fly from Chicago to Milwaukee. It's not a long flight, but it's still a process where you have to, less than 24 hours, get on the plane, go to a new city, road city to road city, and play 2 players like Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard. So, not surprising. The Rockets have struggled a little bit in back-to-back situations on a second night of a back-to-back. This is the 3rd time the Rockets have had a second night of a back-to-back. And the Rockets are 1-2 now in these situations. And two games, very similar situations. I mean, the Rockets in their first back-to-back of the season, which was very, very early in the season, Game 2 and Game 3 of the season, Rockets had a game against Memphis where they had to give in a lot of fight to get a hard win against Memphis. Then the next night, they have to go to San Antonio and really played a lot of sloppy basketball in San Antonio in the first half, and were able to bounce back in the second half, and were able to make a comeback in San Antonio in that second night of the back-to-back. And I think it's kind of similar to what they did in this game. This game was a very rough second quarter. Got outscored by 13 points in the second quarter. We're down by 12 points, 45-57 at halftime. So with a big deficit in this game, or not a huge deficit, but a pretty solid deficit for the Rockets in this game, playing sloppy basketball, I thought the Rockets had a pretty good second half. They managed to outscore the Bucks by 9 in the third quarter. Even though the Bucks were able to win this basketball game, they still outscored the Bucks by 2 points in the fourth quarter. So this was a good rally by the Rockets to try to get themselves a win. They just couldn't do it. And just not surprised that the Rockets lose to a Bucks team who's actually had some success when going up against teams that are on a second night of a back-to-back this year, who also have Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard. And even though the Bucks have struggled this year, the Bucks have been a way better team at home than on the road. The road is what has really hurt this Bucks team. With this win, they're 4-3 at home now. So it's really been the road games that have really hurt them. They're 1-6 on the road. They're actually a pretty good basketball team when playing at home. It's just the road that really hurts Milwaukee. So, and for the Rockets on a 5-game winning streak, it just kind of felt, at least I kind of felt like you were going to see some tiredness in this game, especially being on the second night of a back-to-back. But you know what? I'm okay with it. The Bucks needed a win. They went and got it. They fought for it. Good for them. The Rockets on the other end still look great with their record at 10-5, coming off winning 5 in a row. And I think what makes me okay with this loss a little bit, even though this was a very tough loss for the Rockets, is that, is that at the end of this game, after this game, at the end of this game, the upcoming schedule is what makes me feel okay of the Rockets losing this game. It's a 3-game homestand going up against a banged-up Pacers team who even if they're healthy, don't even look as good as they were last year. And then 2 home games against the Portland Trailblazers, who I will say Portland is improved, but I don't think they match up against Houston, especially with the Rockets at home. So I'm going to go on a limb and say that a winning streak does end tonight and a 1-game losing streak starts, but I don't think that's for long. I'm gonna say the Rockets go undefeated in the 3-game homestand that's coming up against Indiana and 2 games against Portland. I'm feeling a 3-game winning streak coming up for the Rockets with this loss. With the way this ended, I think the Rockets are going to bounce back against some solid teams who are not at the Rockets level, I think. I mean, like, Portland's improved. They're solid. Indiana, one of the best pace teams in basketball, great shooting team as well. You got to match that pace because they're one of the fastest moving teams in basketball, but they're really banged up. Don't really have a center right now. So I think the Rockets should be able to win these next 3 games, and if not, at least 2 of the next 3 for the Rockets. So that should be good for them. But let's go over some stats in this game. Even though it was a back-to-back, the Rockets didn't hold back with Alperen Sengun, even though it was a back-to-back, played 39 minutes. Although I think it does help a little bit that he played only 26 minutes last night. It's crazy that he played 26 minutes with a triple-double the way he had. I mean, he had, I think it was 20, 11, and 11 in 26 minutes. Which is outstanding. I mean, it was the night before that on Friday night against the Clippers. He had 16, 10, and 10, and was fighting to get it. Fighting to get that triple double in the fourth quarter. Played over 30 minutes in the Clippers win on Friday, and still was able. Had a very hard time getting that triple double. Did have a hard time, but he did have to play some fourth quarter minutes in a blowout in order to get that triple-double on Friday. But it was easy peasy for him on Saturday, on Sunday against the Bulls. Today, he doesn't get that 3rd triple-double in a row. It felt like for a minute he was going to possibly get it. At the end of the first quarter, I think he had 5 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists, something like that. But he finishes with 18 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. So no double-double for Alp, who is number 2 in double-doubles outside of Domas Sabonis. Sengun has the most double-doubles in basketball outside of Sabonis. If you would have told... Look, I would have not been surprised if Sengun didn't have a 3rd triple-double, but it definitely surprised me that Sengun played almost 40 minutes in this basketball game and did not have a double-double at all. Bucks did a really good job of keeping him away from the boards in this one. All right. Dylan Brooks had 5 points, really struggled with personal fouls, got all the way up to 5 fouls. Even though he got in foul trouble, he still wasn't playing that good. 2 for 8 from the floor, 21 minutes for Brooks, 25 minutes for Jabari. He also struggled, 4 points, 1 for 4. It's just one of those games where Dylan Brooks and Jabari Smith Jr., not playing a lot of minutes because of what Tari Eason and Amen Thompson do. Let's get to those 2 guys. Tari Eason, 4 for 7, 9 points, 14 rebounds. That's where Sengun's rebounds went. Amen Thompson, 10 points, 7 rebounds. That's also where Sengun's rebounds went. 4 for 5 from the floor for Amen. 29 minutes for Thompson, 31 for Tari Eason. So those guys were stepping up, even though Brooks and Jabari were struggling. Going back to the other starters, Sengun, 18, 7, and 5, like I mentioned. VanVleet, even though he had his best game of the season last night with 28 points in low minutes, another good game for VanVleet. Not a great 3-point shooting game, 3 for 11 from 3, but still 26 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds in 35 minutes, 9 for 23. Jalen Green, 21 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 9 for 24, 3 for 8 from 3. Other guys, Jeff Green, 2 minutes in this game, did not do anything. Steven Adams, 5 minutes, 1 for 2. He had 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 turnover. Aaron Holiday got some run in this one, looked solid. 9 minutes, 2 for 3, 5 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound. Good minutes for Aaron Holiday. Reed Sheppard, after having his best game as a pro with 12 points yesterday and shooting his best from 3, not so much tonight. 0 for 3 in 5 minutes with 1 rebound for Reed Sheppard. DNP is go to Jack McVay, Jock Landale, Jason Tate, Nate Williams, Cam Whitmore, and Nafali Dante are still injured. So tough loss for the Rockets. But like I said, I feel like a new winning streak is coming in the horizon for the Rockets. That's the video. If you guys enjoyed, and peace out. Go Rockets.